Hi there folks, this is Gabriel Sheen, Certified Financial Planner and President of Falcon Wealth Planning. Today we're going to talk about the simple differences of a solo 401k and a Sep IRA. And it's crazy to me how some people still have a Sep IRA. Really, there should be no reason you should have a Sep IRA. It's probably just an old retirement account that really was recommended by your accountant that really hasn't been updated with the recent laws. Solo 401ks have really become popular in the past 15 plus years. Now take a look here. If you take a look at a solo 401k versus Sep IRA, if you had $100,000 of income, the way the Sep IRA works is you can put up to 25% of your salary in there. So $100,000, you can put in $25,000. Now let's talk about a solo 401k. A solo 401k, you can put up to its employee and an employer match. The employee, you can put up to $30,000 in there. That's a 2023 limit if you are over the age of 50 years old. So as long as you make over $30,000, you could put in an employee contribution of $30,000. So if you make $100,000, you could still, obviously, you can put in $30,000. Plus, you could put in 25% as a profit sharing, which is, oh, by the way, the exact same thing as a Sep IRA. So a solo 401k is a way better because you could still do the 25% profit sharing as a match. And the $30,000 is an employee contribution. So total, you could put over twice as much. Instead of putting $25,000 in a Sep, you could put in $55,000 in the solo 401k. $30,000 as the employee, which you are, and the same $25,000 as the Sep as the match, with a total of $55,000. That could be massive tax savings for you. Now, let's take it a step further. Let's just say you wanted to put in something similar to the $25,000. Instead of paying yourself a $100,000 salary, so maybe you have an S corporation, you can go ahead and pay yourself a $40,000 salary. Now, why would you do that? Well, because you have to pay payroll taxes on the $100,000. Because you are the employee and employer, that's roughly over $15,000 of payroll tax that you have to pay yourself. Now, on this side, it's the same thing if you paid yourself $100,000, hence why you could say $55,000. But let's say you only paid yourself $40,000. You only have to pay payroll tax on the $40,000. That's $6,000. Isn't that better than $15,000? You get what I'm saying? You legally just saved $9,000 in payroll taxes by doing this route, by properly paying yourself. Keep in mind, you have to take into account reasonable salary and compensation, plus you have to have your net profits to income ratio. It's very important that you get that right. But anyway you slice it, if you strategically do this, you save $9,000 in payroll tax. Now in addition, you pay yourself $40,000, you can still put in $30,000 into your 401k as an employee contribution. Then you get a 25% match on the 40. What's 25% of 40? It's a $10,000 match. Any way you slice it, you put in $40,000 aside by the way, better than the $25,000. There is zero reason you should do a Sep IRA over a solo 401k, especially if it's only you in the company. These are the things you need to take a look at. And then finally, we had a different video on this about QBI. Depending on your business, depending on how much you make, depending on many things, you would actually show profits of the business of $60,000, right? Because $40,000 is income that you paid yourself. The other $60,000 is retained in the company. That $60,000 is subject to QBI, and you get 20% of that as a write-off. What's 20% of $60,000? Well, that's $12,000. Now you can, assuming you're in the 25% bracket, you can get back $3,000 in tax savings. That's on top of the $9,000 in savings and payroll tax. Folks, that is a $12,000 difference, not including the tax benefits of how much more you could save into the retirement account. So folks, this is a no-brainer for you. Yet again, the solo 401ks really became popular in 2010 onward. If you have any questions with this, if this sounds like something we can help with, please reach out to us below.